We have a voicemail number. If you have anything you want to weigh in on, you can call the voicemail number 219-2-DAVID-P. If you get a hankering to leave me a voicemail at 3 a.m., you can do it. Here is a caller attacking the troll callers and the right-wing nuts who complain when I talk during my own live streams. Here's a caller who's saying to them, "You're not making any sense." Take a listen.
David, sir, this is James. I just wanted to let you know that this idea that you should not talk on your own show during broadcast is totally absurd.
Right.
I mean, people are telling you, like when they're watching the debate, they don't want to hear commentary from David Pakman. Then why are they watching the David Pakman show? It's so stupid. Go watch C-SPAN if you don't want any commentary. Anyway, just wanted to get that off my chest because some people are so dumb.
Yeah, listen, of course the caller is right. If you don't want to hear from David Pakman, don't watch the David Pakman show. What I will tell you is the following. We have been covering certain events, including Republican debates, that aren't getting a lot of coverage on YouTube. It's like, whatever channel, News Nation will stream it on their channel, on their website. It'll be on Rumble. And then it's almost nowhere else. So it is true, and I welcome it, that when I cover such an event, people who don't know about me will just search for the debate on YouTube. Sometimes I'll be one of only 2 or 3 channels that is covering it, and then they'll find me. They don't know who I am. Totally fine. They're welcome to be there. We estimate that roughly 2/3 of the people that watch the live streams aren't existing subscribers. They may know who I am, but they're not subscribed. 2/3, right? So a lot of new viewers. That's all great. At some point, it's like, listen, it's free and you're not finding it anywhere else. Maybe you just have to tolerate my commentary without emailing me insults, attacks, and disgusting messages of different kinds. Just a thought, and certainly what the caller here seems to be suggesting. Okay, let me tell you about a couple of things that are coming up because this is actually a pretty big deal. We are going to have, these are some really good guests. We're going to have NPR's Steve Inskeep on the show. Okay. Super excited to talk to him. It's been rescheduled a few times. He's going to be on this week. It's going to be fantastic. There is a podcast I've mentioned that I listen to, Freakonomics MD. It's part of the Freakonomics podcast network. The host of that podcast, Dr. Anupam Jena, is a doctor and an economist. Super interesting guy. He's going to be on the show. If you're not listening to Freakonomics MD, check it out. I think they're in like a break. I haven't seen a new episode for a little while. Hopefully the podcast isn't over. And then also we are scheduled to have on the program Morgan Housel. This is like I'm personally very interested in this interview. Morgan Housel is one of the most up and coming sort of like personal finance writers. He wrote the best-selling book. How many languages is it in now? The Psychology of Money. You can find that book and others I recommend at davidpakman.com/finance. Morgan Housel just wrote another book, which is more about what are the principles that never seem to change. We can't predict what social media platforms will be popular. We can't predict, what sort of car are people going to be driving. We can count on the fact that people have always been greedy and ready to take advantage of others. That was the truth 2,000 years ago. It's the truth 100 years ago. It's the truth now. That would be a principle we can probably count on in thinking about how we want to think about the world. That's his new book, Same as Ever. Read both of them. He's going to be on the show. It's going to be fantastic. And then also, this one is by popular demand. Robert Sapolsky, okay, celebrated scientist. He has some fantastic courses on YouTube that I've watched and others have as well. Best-selling author. So many of you said, David, you've got to have Robert Sapolsky on. He is also scheduled to be on. So some really, really good guests coming up. On the bonus show today, we talked about last week. Last week, we spoke about that hearing at which 3 college presidents from UPenn, Harvard, and MIT had less than strong answers on, is calling for the genocide of Jews allowed at your campus? One of those 3, the president of Penn, has now resigned, and there is big pressure on the others to resign. We will discuss. Secondly, 7 in 10 American adults consider themselves spiritual. And we're going to talk about that in a context of decreasing religiosity. What does it mean to be considered spiritual versus religious? And third, Is it time for Joe Biden to come up with a significantly different perspective on cannabis for his 2024 campaign? I believe the answer is yes. We'll see what Pat thinks. We will see what you think. Get instant access to the bonus show by signing up at joinpakman.com. You can use the coupon code 2million. That's the number 2 and the word million to get a crazy discount off of the cost of membership. I hope to see you on the bonus show. Otherwise, I'll be back with you tomorrow.